All right, all right. So shalom, y'all. Most high in Christ bless. I'm Officer Judah, and today's class is called "The Boy King and the Dragon Princess." Right. So first and foremost, we're going to go to 2 Corinthians 13:5. We're going to start there to kick it off. All right. The Boy King and the Dragon Princess. Right. Watch this.
2 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 5. Examine yourselves, whether ye be in the faith. Prove your own selves. Know ye not your own selves, how that Jesus Christ is in you, except ye be reprobates?
So the scriptures say, examine yourself. You know your own self. You know what things you deal with. And if you don't examine yourself, you always examining other people. You never fix you. And then when you never fix you, you never fix the people around you, because most people learn from your example, right? Now, we're going to start with Galatians 4. Let's go to Galatians 4, chapter 4, verse 1.
Galatians chapter 4, verse 1. Now I say that the heir, as long as he is a child,
the heir, which is a prince, he next in line to be king, right? Long as he is a child, read.
different nothing from a servant, though he be Lord of all.
Even though he's the future king, he the Lord of all, right? While he's a child, he differ in position, no different than a servant, right? Read on.
But is under tutors and governors until the time appointed of the father.
So while he's still a child, he the prince, the future king. He's under tutors and governors, meaning his elders, people that already run the state, people that already run the country. He's under them. Why do you think? Anybody give me a hand. Anybody give me a hand. Why would the scripture say, as long as the heir is a child, he differeth no different than a servant? Somebody give me a hand. Anybody. Why is the scripture saying that? Why are we putting emphasis on this? Because remember, the name of the class is The Boy King and the Dragon Princess. A lot of the classes I write, I try to tailor them to things I see, to things I counsel, to things that are typical that we come in ailing with, right? So I see Sister Nayara. Why do you think the scripture's saying that?
Because he's still a child, sir. He
Good.
doesn't really have any clue about running the world or running the government at all. So
Right.
the people that have experience will guide him.
Exactly. I like that. Now, what's significant about a king? What's significant about a king? It's the P word I'm looking for, that he have utmost. He have utmost, right? I see Sister Deja hand. It's this word I'm looking for that the king has, right? The king got.
Shalom, sir. Most high Christ bless.
Hey, shalom. Most high Christ bless. What the king got?
Power.
He got utmost power. He got all the power over the kingdom. And what he say, the people must obey. He's the king, right? Do you let a child drive a car? No, that engine is too powerful. If he don't know how to govern that wheel, he could crash. He could do something foolish, kill everybody in the car, right? The king got utmost power, right? So remember, the boy king, the dragon princess, right? And then wonder why I got no peace in my house. I don't understand. My wife won't listen to me. She won't do this. She won't do that. Because we got no skill. We got a growing skill, right? So now we got to catch up. Let's go through some scripts again, right? Go to Ecclesiastes 10 and 16. We're just going to read them down, all right? Ecclesiastes chapter 10 and verse 16. Now we can the things that we saw on the screen, now we can read in the Bible. Right? So watch this.
Ecclesiastes chapter 10 and verse 16. Woe to thee, O land, when thy king is a child, and thy prince eat in the morning.
Right? So guess what? Woe to thee, O land, when your prince is a child. Right? When your king is a child, guess what's going to be happening? A lot of rigor going to be going on, right? The bottom part where it says, when thy king is a child and thy prince eat in the morning. First and foremost, when they eat in the morning, meaning what that's saying is they eat up everything early, and they don't have enough for the people. They eat in the morning instead of making sure the people is fed. You see that? So woe to the land when the king is greedy of covetousness, right? Because he gonna serve himself more than he served the people. Read on.
Blessed art thou, O land, when thy king is the son of nobles.
Now, time out. On the flip side, you blessed if your king is the son of a noble. Guess what? A son of a noble done put him through tutors and governors. He done been through my tutelage. He done been around my counselors. He done learned how to peaks and valleys. He learned temperance. You know what I'm saying? He know how to be merciful to the people. Right? That's a good king. So then it says, blessed art thou, O land, when thy king is the son of a noble. Read.
And thy prince eat in due season. For strength and not for drunkenness.
Right. So guess what? Now this prince that's been under tutors and governors, he's the son of a noble. He know to make sure everybody get theirs first. You know what I'm saying? Even though he the king, he could eat first if he want to. That's his. He got the power to do so. But a king, a good king, he gonna eat in due season when it's time. He gonna make sure everybody fed. You know what I'm saying? That land is blessed. Now, what kind of marriage you want to be in? Or what kind of leadership do you want to be under? What kind of leader do you want to be when it's your turn to be the leader? These are the things we gotta learn. You know what I'm saying? You either gonna be under the king that's a child, or you're gonna be under the king that's a noble. When it comes to marriage, you got full opportunity during the proving time. When it's time to prove, you got full opportunity to make sure this is the right decision for you, this, that, and the third. You know, as far as let's say like in certain situations, maybe somebody deal with you rough or whatever, you can't really do nothing about that because you're not the man in the arena. When you the man in the arena, you can either apply the scriptures or not. You know what I'm saying? But when you the man in the arena, you make it good. All right? That's what this whole thing is about, is us becoming better leaders, growing in unity with each other. This is bullshit. You see that? And I'm not going to give any of the sisters to a brother like that because I know how brothers lead. I see you on the flyer missions. I see you at camp. I see how you behave. I see you at camp 101. I know which ones is the boy kings. So it behooves a sister to come up here and get some counsel, or a sister can do her thing and end up sleeping with her brother. Now you stuck with the boy king. Ain't nothing I could do for you because that's your Lord now. You see that? And ain't nothing I can do for you. That's why counsel is so important. It's so important, right? Go to Proverbs 31 and start at 3.
Proverbs chapter 31, verse 3. Give not thy strength unto a woman.
So guess what? You remember what happened? That older lady fooled around with that young boy king, and she had him kill the two best friends because she wanted to hurt Spartacus. In that moment, his strength was the strength of a king. He gave it to her. She said, "Make sure you thumbs down on him." Right? So look what King Lemuel, which is Solomon, right? Look what his mother is telling him. Right? Read on.
Nor thy ways to that which destroyeth kings.
Right. So don't give your strength over to women as a king. Right. Read on.
It is not for kings, O Lemuel. It is not for kings to drink wine, nor for prince to drink strong drink. Lest they drink and forget the law and pervert the judgment of any of the afflicted.
So what's the problem here? Perverting judgment. A good king should not be in a position to pervert judgment. Should have solid, sound judgment, know how to make decisions. Okay, this deserve a little mercy here. This one deserve. This cannot happen. Hey, it's certain things that a woman cannot do that you just cannot do it, and you're gonna get the utmost rebuke for it. You know what I'm saying? It's certain things like a woman cannot hit me, cannot spit on me, cannot call me out my name, I'm not gonna tolerate no disrespect. You know what I'm saying? But if it's a small flaw, depending on if I see the rib working on it or whatever, I can give some mercy, or if it's a recurring thing, I can go a little harsher, but that's going to be upon my discretion. You see, a boy king don't got no discretion, none. Say, I'm the king, goddammit, and what I say goes. You understand at all times, which is true. It's true. You know what I'm saying? But now how do you wield it? You going around cutting off heads in your house? You the lion in the house or whatever, and then wonder what was, damn, why the rib don't want to, she ain't happy never. She got the devil on her. You know what I'm saying? I'm over here afflicting you 24/7 and wonder why you ain't smiling about it. That's crazy, right? Go to 1 Kings, and we're gonna read down. Go to 1 Kings 12:3.
1 Kings chapter 12, verse 3. That they sent and called him, and Jeroboam and all the congregation of Israel came and spake unto Rehoboam, saying, Thy father made our yoke grievous. Now therefore make thou the grievous service of thy father.
Look at the king Rehoboam, right? The people come to Rehoboam and say, look, your father made the yoke grievous, right? Lighten the load on us. Read on.
And his heavy yoke, which he put upon us, lighter, and we will serve thee. And he said unto them.
Now, guess what? The people said, if you make the yoke a little lighter, we'll serve you. These people would have served King Rehoboam with gladness of heart. Wouldn't have had no problems, right? Read on.
And he said unto them, Depart yet for 3 days, then come again to me. And the people departed.
He said, depart, let me think about it for 3 days. Let me ponder on it. Read on.
And King Rehoboam consulted with the old men that stood before Solomon his father while he yet lived, and said, How do ye advise that I may answer this people?
Right. He got advice from the nobles, right? From the princes and the nobles. He got advice from them. This is how they counseled him. Read.
And they spake unto him, saying, If thou wilt be a servant unto this people this day, and will serve them, and answer them, and speak good words to them, then they will be thy servants forever.
So guess what? If you hearken to their requests, make sure you take care of the people. They gonna serve you without a problem. They gonna be happy to do so. Read.
But he forsook the counsel of the old man, which they had given him, and consulted with the young men that were grown up with him.
So instead of taking the counsel of the nobles, he talked to the young men that grew up with him, other young boys. Right. Read on.
And which stood before him. And he said unto them, What counsel give ye that we may answer this people?
He said, well, how y'all think I should deal with the people? Read.
Who have spoken to me, saying, Make the yoke which thy father did put upon us lighter. And the young men that were grown up with him spake unto him, saying, Thus shalt thou speak unto this people.
He said, this how you talk to them, man. Read.
That speak unto thee, saying, Thy father made our yoke heavy, but make thou it lighter unto us. Thus shalt thou say unto them.
He said, this is what you tell them.
My little finger should be thicker than my father's loins.
He said, if you think my father was bad, you tell him how bad you finna be. You go show him that you ain't no simp. You go up there and show him that you the king when you already in the seat. You already there. But the young men said, no, you got to show him. You think the father was bad, you got to show him that your little finger bigger than you the king ding-a-ling around. Let him know. Right? Read on.
And now, whereas my father did lay you with heavy yoke, I will add to your yoke. My father have chastised you with whips, but I will chastise you with scorpions.
So he said, I'm going to make it harder on y'all. Let y'all know I'm the king. Jump down to verse 13.
Verse 13. And the king answered, the king answered the people roughly, and forsook the old man's counsel that they gave him. And spake to them after the counsel of the young men, saying, My father made your yoke heavy, and I will add to your yoke.
Uh-huh.
My father also chastised you with whips, but I will chastise you with scorpions.
So he took the young men's counsel. Read on.
Wherefore the king hearkened not unto the people, for the cause was from the Lord, that he might perform his saying, which the Lord spake by Ahijah
Uh-huh.
and Shelonite unto Jeroboam, the son of Nebat.
Uh-huh.
So when all Israel saw the king hearken,
Now the Israel looking at the king's response, right? Look how Israel responds, right? Read on.
hearken not unto them, the people answered the king, saying, what portion have we in David? Neither have we inheritance in the son of Jesse. To your tents, O Israel. Now see to thy own house, David. So Israel departed unto their tents.
They said it ain't no portion for us here. Conditions are already bad. He gonna make it worse. Well, there ain't no hope, right? Jump down to verse 19.
Verse 19. So Israel rebelled.
What did Israel do?
So Israel rebelled against the house of David.
So you got a perfectly good nation of Israel ready to serve you at the drop of a dime. All just got to hearken just a little bit. And then not only did you not go off your own counsel, you had the correct counsel from the older men, from the nobles, but said, nah, I don't want to do that. The nobles told you, if you be a servant to them, you make sure you take care of the people, they're going to serve you without a problem, right? But instead of doing that, we hearken to the young men that ain't never sat in that seat. They just talking. They not in the arena. They ain't never been in no authority. You know what I'm saying? And they give you that BS advice and got the whole kingdom ready to rebel. And wonder why, shit, man, things ain't going right in the house, man. Man, Rib just out the spirit all the time, man. I'm trying to, she got the devil on her. What, all I did was kicked her out, made her go to her mama house because my sandwich wasn't ready, and then got the nerve to not be happy. What's wrong with this sister? You know what I'm saying? What the hell? You the one causing it. Right? If you got that mentality, right? Read on.
So Israel rebelled against the house of David unto this day. And it came to pass, when all Israel heard that Jeroboam was come again, that they sent and called him unto the congregation and made him king over all Israel.
So they broke off and did their own thing. They made him king. And this is how you get the split. You get the split off a king. And it's of the Lord, right? This is of the Lord. But this king got some novice advice, forsook the wise counsel, went with that, and that ended up splitting the whole kingdom. Now, we kings in our house, right? So how you gonna rule? How you gonna rule? You gonna rule with some skills, some tact, some know-how, or you gonna be like, I have the power. You little punk. Stop being a little, you know what I'm saying? You gotta, man, you don't like that. You wouldn't like me to do that, and you gotta serve me. I'm over you in the Lord. What if I just did you like that all the time? You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't like that. So guess what? Why would you do it in your own home? Remember, the class is called The Boy King and the Dragon Princess. Give me Proverbs 21 and start at 9. So this is where you get these whack marriages, because nobody examining themselves in the matter, right? We always want to look at, or I'll find myself, well, not myself, but I'll see, let's say Sister A got a problem with Brother B, right? Brother B, he do this, he don't do that, and I don't feel like he's this, that, and the third. And then Brother B is like, man, she's this, she's that. They pointing the finger at each other, and nobody examining themselves in the matter. Nobody like, okay, this is how I'm supposed to rule. All right, let me do my part, right? I'm gonna fit my part of the scripture. And if she's doing the same thing, the marriage is going to be perfect. 100%, you can't miss. But if you got one person doing the scripture and the other one doing their own thing, you're gonna have friction. Now, when you got two young, you got the boy king and you got the dragon princess, that don't mean they gonna stay like that. Some of them marriages end up being the best ones because they went through the BS, they grew, and now they a pillar to the rest of the congregation. Some of them be the best ones because they got experience. They worked on themselves, they grew, and you would never know that they used to fight. You would never know they used to argue. You know what I'm saying? You would never know because they grew themselves. They wasn't always pointing at each other. They continued to fix themselves. So if you're in a situation like that, Relax. It can get better, but it take both parties to decide to grow. Right? Read what you got. We got Proverbs 21. We're going to start at 9.
Proverbs chapter 21 and verse 9. It is better to dwell in a corner of the housetop than with a brawling woman in a wild house. A wide house.
So guess what? What if you got, watch this. Look how I describe this. It's better to dwell in a corner of a housetop, meaning you on the roof of a 2-story building, not in the middle. you standing on the gutter. You could fall off at any moment. The scriptures say it's better to be standing right there where you could fall off and die at any moment than to be with a brawling woman in a wide house, meaning you got all this space, but your wife always fighting you. So here come the dragon princess. Oh, yeah, we're not going to leave the woman out because I see whack-ass marriages all the time. All the time I see them, and it's because both parties will not self-examine themselves and do not have the desire to grow that marriage to a place where it needs to be. It's like, all right, this sister is this, that, and the third, and I'm ready to put her away. She don't believe. And she looking at you the same way, like, man, I know what he be doing. He be sitting up there, he don't be studying, he don't believe. Got the nerve to say, I don't believe. And then that causes friction, right? But the brawling woman, is this talking about physical fighting? No, that's not what that's talking about. That's arguing. Watch, read verse 19.
Verse 19. It is better to dwell in the wilderness than with a contentious and an angry woman.
With a what?
With a contentious and angry woman.
Contentious, angry woman. This woman ain't never got a cheerful face in her on when you come in the house. And she always contentious. Give me a definition of contentious. I want to get contentious, right? And this kind of woman is going to vex the good king. This one going to vex the good king. He's trying to have mercy. He's trying to do right with you. But you angry and contentious. Create a whack-ass marriage, right? Let's see what it means. Can you see it? It's on the screen in the back. Okay, I'll read it.
Oh,
it say, you got it?
Yeah. Contentious. Causing or likely to cause an argument. Controversial.
Right, controversial. Read some similars. Watch this.
Controversial. Disputable.
Always disputing. Read.
Debatable.
Always debating you. When you the good king, you tell her an order and she don't do. She want to debate. Why you want to do it like this? Why we can't do it like that? Keep reading.
Contending.
Always contending. Like that don't make no sense. We should do this, that, and the third. Read. I don't know.
Open to question.
Everything open to question. Don't take no orders.
Vexed.
Always vexed.
Unsettled.
Uh-huh.
Borderline. Unsure.
Now that's contention. That's contention. So now you got the good king in the house, right? You got the good king. This brother merciful. He got temperance, all this good stuff. And now you got the dragon princess here. Read verse 19 again.
Verse 19. It is better to dwell in the wilderness than with a contentious and angry woman.
It's better to live outside in the wilderness where lions, tigers, and bears is out there than to be in a house with a contentious woman. You can't set no order. As fair as you trying to be, you can't set no order. She always contentious. And then what that's gonna do? That's gonna prick your pride, and ain't gonna be no. And then only by pride come what? Contention. When you read by Proverbs 13 and 10, only by pride come contention. So now she prick your pride, and now there's no peace in the house. You can never have peace in the house because you got the dragon princess. So it take both parties. They take both parties to examine themselves. You know what? This is me. All right. I could get better at this. Guess what? Get some counsel. Am I moving right? Hey, officer, should I told her that she my slave? Should I told her that? I'm like, hell no. Why you say that? Nobody want to hear nothing like that. That don't make no sense. Right? I ought to give you some good counsel. Let's go Proverbs 19. And we start at 13.
Proverbs chapter 19 and verse 13. A foolish son is...
Start at 11.
Verse 11. The discretion of a man deferreth his anger.
The discretion of a man. Pull up the definition of discretion. Right? So this is what I'm talking about. You don't want to be no simp. Cool, I understand. in order to get that point across? How do you do it? Do you go all the way? Do you go to 10 and show everybody you ain't no simp, actually looking like a simp the way you acting, or do you show some discretion in your situation? Let's see the definition of discretion.
Discretion, the quality of behaving or speaking in such a way as to avoid causing offense or revealing private information.
Some things shouldn't be said in the open. So do I air out your business because I'm the king? You know what I'm saying? You got a revenue and I'll embarrass you? No, I shouldn't do that if I got discretion. Let's read some of them similars.
Circumspection.
Care.
Careless. Carefulness. Cautious.
I like that T word. What that T say?
Tact.
Tactfulness. Got some skill to you. You know what I'm saying? Just because you got a hammer and you got a nail don't mean you know how to drive the nail. If you don't know how to drive, you probably going to bend it over all the time. You hitting it with the side. You hitting it with the stick. But if you got tact, if you experienced with that hammer, you know how to drive that thing. Bop, bop, boom. And it's done. Because you know how to wield it. But it's your first time. It's your first time wielding a hammer. Maybe you should take your time. Get your fingers out there. You keep hitting your own fingers. You know what I'm saying? Read verse 11 again.
Verse 11. The discretion of a man deferreth his anger. And it is his glory to pass over a transgression.
It's his glory to let certain things slide. Because he got tact. He got discretion. Right? Read on.
The king's wrath is as the roaring of a lion. But his favor is a dew upon the grass.
So guess what? His wrath is like the roaring of a lion, but his favor, when he show favor, when he merciful, when he show favor, that's like the dew upon the grass. Ain't nothing like that. Guess what that dew do? The dew is the water, the moisture that go on the grass. It helps that grass grow. It helps it grow. You know what I'm saying? It helps it grow. You teach it, you grow it, right? Read on.
A foolish son is the calamity of his father. And the contentions of a wife are a continuing dropping.
Now the contention of a wife, though. Here go the good king. He got the wife in the house that's contentious all the time. It's like a continual dropping. Can you imagine a leak in your roof over your bed and every night? Just hit you in the head all day. And you gonna move your bed, but the spot's still there. It's wet right there. You step in it with your sock. It's continual dropping. You can't stop the leak. That's what a contentious wife is. It's annoying as hell. It's annoying as hell. And you just want that thing fixed. You know what I'm saying? You want that patched up, but it just keep dripping, keep dripping. That's what a contentious wife is like. So it takes both parties to have a good marriage. I'm sick of whack marriages, man. I'm sick of all that, man. We got to come to the measure of this Bible. All we got to do is examine it and match it. And are we there right now? Is everybody there 100%? No. But this is a measuring bar. It's like, okay, I'm weak here. I know the first scripture we read was 2 Corinthians 13:5. Examine yourself. Know ye not your own self. So brothers know if they're a little rough and, around the edge, say, you know what, I can get a little bit better right there. Sister could read and be like, you know what, I'm a little contentious. Maybe let me be quiet and humble. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, we can match it, right? Go to Proverbs. Where I want to go. 27 and 15.
Proverbs chapter 27 and verse 15. A continuing dropping in a very rainy day and a contentious woman are alike.
It's just the same thing. The rain just won't go away. You just want some sunshine. You want to go outside and have a good day, but no, it just keep raining. Keep raining. Keep raining. There's rain on the forecast. Ain't no happiness in that house. Because the woman set the mood. The woman set the mood in the house. When the house is clean, it's all clean, you know what I'm saying? And she got a cheerful countenance. The woman set the mood in the house. She can change a man's countenance by her behavior. That's her real power. You got to tap into that feminine wiles. And guess what? Sisters know how to tap into it when they want to get when they want to get a brother's money in the world. They know how to tap into it. Women know how to be real nice to you when they want something from you. Rub your back, treat you like a king, and then a couple weeks later call you a mother. You know what I'm saying? Couple weeks later, when they got what they want, they call you a nigga. That's how it be. Now in the world, guess what? We just leave and go to the next sister that's still treating us like a king. We cannot do that in the truth. We don't have that. You know what I'm saying? We can't fight like that. Neither can the woman. So guess what? We got to come on one accord and really work on ourselves here. We just can't leave. You see that? The Lord don't like the putting away. Go to Proverbs 27 and no, we just went there. Go to Proverbs 7 and 10. So now we're talking about the dragon princess.
Proverbs chapter 7, verse 10. And behold, there met him a woman with the attire of a harlot.
Now here go the woman. She got the attire of a harlot. Watch this. Read.
And subtle in heart.
Uh-huh.
She is loud and stubborn.
Uh-huh.
Her feet abide not in her house.
Uh-huh.
Now is she without. Now in the streets. And lieth in wait at every corner.
Look at the attributes, the attributes of the harlot. She loud and stubborn. Loud and stubborn. So the brother trying to rule well. He trying to do well, trying to give you a little mercy, this, that, and the third. And then you just stubborn on everything. You can't submit at all. This the attributes of the dragon princess. I'd rather be in the corner of a housetop than be with this loud, stubborn woman. Right? So both sides got to fix themselves, to the measure of Christ. You see that? Go to Ecclesiastes 7 and 26. Because we short on time. I want to gun down these, right? I want to gun down these.
Ecclesiastes chapter 7 and verse 6.
26.
26. And I find more bitter than death the woman.
Uh-huh.
Whose heart is snares and nets.
Whose mind is snares and nets. This sister's mind is negative all the time. She discouraging, right? Read on.
And her hands as bands.
Her hands is like bands, meaning they tied up. He can't go nowhere. Can't do nothing. Why you want to do the flyer mission? Why you want to go to camp? You don't want to stay here with me. Can't do nothing. I find that more bitter than death. Read.
Whoso pleases God shall escape from her.
If you please God, you're going to escape from her, right? Read on.
But the sinner shall be taken by her.
But the wicked man, he going to be taken by this sister. Take you right out the truth. Read on.
Behold, this have I found, said the preacher, counting one by one to find out the account, which yet my soul seeketh, but I find not. One man among 1,000 have I found.
Uh-huh.
But a woman among all those have I not found.
So you want to be that one woman that Solomon couldn't even find. You want to be the one. And that man is like none other. He the happy one, regardless of how much money he got, regardless of what his bank account got, whatever number he got in his bank account. He the happiest man in the world because he got peace at home. He a king at home. Things are running well at home. He get a cheerful countenance at home. Wife happy to see him at home. You know what I'm saying? Go to Sirach 26 and 22. I'm running a little short on time because of the videos, but I want to shotgun. I kind of want to shotgun these scriptures, so we can fix ourselves with them because we got to do better, man.
Sirach chapter 26, verse 22.
Uh-huh.
And harlot shall be accounted as spittle.
Uh-huh. A harlot, a whore sister shall be counted as spittle. Read.
But a married woman is a tower against death to her husband.
What is a marriage supposed to be?
A tower against death to her husband.
A married woman is supposed to be a tower against death to her husband. That's what she's supposed to be. Read on.
A wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man.
Uh-huh.
But a godly woman is given to him that fears the Lord.
So if you break that down, a wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man. If you wicked, you got this, you gonna get this wicked woman. But if you godly, guess what? And you fear the Lord, you're gonna get that godly woman. Right? So if y'all start out wicked and you keeping the laws, you doing the best you can, guess what? The Lord is gonna either remove that sister out your life and give you that prosperous woman, or he gonna fix that sister in your life. But first and foremost, you got to take care of the things you doing. You know what I'm saying? You got to build yourself up. Same thing, vice versa. With the sister, hey, guess what? You got that wicked nigga in your house. That's because your ass is wicked. You got to fix yourself. Now, if you fix yourself, one or two things going to happen. The Lord going to take your husband and remove him out the situation, or he going to fix your husband and y'all going to have an A1 relationship. It ain't hard. We just got to follow what the Bible say. Read on.
A dishonest woman containeth shame,
Uh-huh.
but an honest woman will reverence her husband.
What an honest woman do?
Will reverence her husband.
Y'all know what reverence mean? Give me the definition of reverence. An honest woman gonna reverence her husband. So we got the boy king, right? And we got the dragon princess. And when they married, ain't nothing good gonna happen. They both have to be opposite of this. If you got one or the two, right? You got the dragon princess with a good king, or you got the boy king with the virtuous woman. It's gonna be problems. So both of them have to see the mirror, which is the Bible, and match up to it. Read what you got. Watch this.
Reverence, deep respect for someone or something.
Oh, deep respect, deep respect. Some of you sisters do not respect your husband. Do not reverence your husband. You just don't. So how can if he don't got no respect in his home, how can he live joyfully with you? He don't get no respect in the world. White man hate him. Chinese man hate him. They don't like him at the store. They don't like him at the job. He come home and his wife don't like him. The hell, I'd rather go outside and live at the corner of a housetop. You know what I'm saying? That's what the Bible talking about. Contention every time I don't make decisions at work because I'm an employee. I go to everywhere I go. I don't make decisions in my house either. Oh man, I might as well just go outside and just hang out with the fellas instead of being in here with this. You know what I'm saying? Read that again. Verse 24.
A dishonest woman containeth shame.
Uh-huh.
But an honest woman will reverence her husband.
Honest woman gonna have deep respect for her husband, no matter what anybody else think about him. As far as that, if that's your husband, that's the man you chose to let in your bed. You need to respect that brother. You need to reverence that brother. That's your king. When he look bad, you look bad. Read on.
A shameless woman will be counted as a dog.
Oh, you know what they're talking about. Read on.
But she that is shamefaced will fear the Lord.
She that is shamefaced gonna fear the Lord. And if you fear the Lord, you're gonna reverence your husband. You're gonna be that good portion to the good man. Read on.
A woman that honors her husband shall be judged wise of all.
Uh-huh.
But she that dishonoreth him in her pride.
Why she dishonor her husband?
Shall be counted ungodly of all.
In her pride. Something about your pride. The same reason you want to wear pants is the same reason you chest bump your husband and you don't even subconsciously know it. The same reason you want a WNBA is the same reason you don't reverence your husband and you don't even know it. It's pride. It's a jealousy and that was established way in Genesis. And you don't even know it. You can't reverence your husband. Read on.
A loud crying woman and a skull shall be sought out to drive away the enemy.
That's all a loud crying woman is good for. We ain't gonna have no unwanted company for sure, because she's here. That's the only thing she's good for. But as far as the rest of it, she loud, she contentious, this, that, and the third. Ain't no peace in the house. Ain't no peace in the house, right? Go to Sirach 25 and 17.
Sirach chapter 25 and verse 17. The wickedness of a woman changes her face.
Uh-huh. So guess what? Her attitude is all seen in the house. You come to the house, she was smiling, she was chilling, and then as soon as you came in the house, whoop, face change. What's wrong with you? I thought you was having a good day. I seen through the window you was having a good day. I opened the door, now you got this sad face on. Whole mood in the house has changed. Whole mood in the house is sad. Read.
And darkeneth her countenance.
She know how to darken her own countenance. So you don't feel good today. Read.
Like sackcloth.
Uh-huh.
Her husband shall sit among his neighbors, and when he heareth, it shall sigh bitterly.
Every time his wife comes, he's like, oh, shit, again. Yeah. Read on.
All wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman.
Uh-huh.
Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her.
Right, read on.
As the climbing up in a sandy way is to the feet of the aged, so
it's already hard for an old man to climb up a big hill. But could you imagine if that big hill was a sandy hill and he's old, he need a cane? It's damn near impossible for him. He said that's the same way as the climbing of a sandy way is to the feet of an aged man. Read.
So is a wife full of words to a quiet man.
Loud, stubborn. Read.
Stumble not at the beauty of a woman.
Just because she beautiful and she look good, she might have all these attributes above from 17 down. Read.
And desire her not for pleasure.
Don't desire her for pleasure. Don't desire her for pleasure. You see what I'm saying? Read verse 23.
Verse 23.
Because you might get this. Read.
A wicked woman abated the courage.
A wicked woman abated your courage. Things that you thought you could never do, you're going to set out to adventure. She said, you can't do that. You're too stupid for that. You don't got enough sense for that. Why would you try that? Oh, we don't need to do that. And all the confidence that you built up week after week, you say, you know what? I'm finna go do this thing. She'll abate your courage and break you in 2 seconds. Like, nah, you ain't never gonna make it. She'll abate your courage. Read.
Make it a heavy countenance.
Make you sad. Read.
And a wounded heart.
Uh-huh.
A woman that will not comfort her husband.
Will not what?
A woman will not comfort her husband.
A woman that will not comfort her husband. Read.
In distress, maketh weak hands and feeble knees.
Make weak hands and feeble knees. If you don't comfort your husband, you're making him weak hands and feeble knees. So what's the opposite of that? If you comfort your husband, you're going to strengthen his hands and you're going to strengthen his knees. That weak man you got, you can make him. Oh, the woman don't know the power she got. She can take her man from mediocre and make him mighty with some encouragement. Because you don't know what he been through. You been through this, that, and the third. Don't you worry about it. I will get a little, but we got kids in here. You know what I'm saying? You could encourage that man to go take over the world. If you just would comfort him. You know what I'm saying? Or you could do the flip side and you could break him. That's the power woman got. Woman got a lot of power. She don't know it. So the same way the boy king got utmost power, the woman got some utmost power too. And she use it. You gonna use it in a good way or you gonna use it in a bad way. The same way the boy king gonna use his power in a good way or a bad way. We should all be using our gifts in a good way towards each other. But in the world, you remember it was battle of the sexes? You remember there ain't no more of that. Ain't no more battle of the sexes. The man is in front, the woman is in back, and we rolling as a team. Ain't no battle of the sexes no more. You see that? We all should be one unit. And now, since I ain't battling you, I can take that power that I got and I can help you with it. And I can trust that you're not going to hurt me with the power that you got. You're going to encourage me to do more. I'm going to build you up. I'm going to be that dude that's going to grow that grass. That's what we should be. Stop pointing the finger at each other. Stop that. Stop. Slow down. Love each other like the scriptures say. Go on some dates. You know what I'm saying? Start to like each other again. Forgive each other for the BS that y'all did in the world. Because you still remember that nigga in the world he was. And you still remember that sister she was in the world. But when you come in the truth, we new creatures, right? We got to buy into this. We got to be 100% into it. We got to buy in. So the Lord's words can work. Right? Yeah. So Sirach 19:1. Or 1:19. 1:19.
Sirach chapter 1, verse 19. Wisdom raineth down skill and knowledge of understanding. And exalted.
Wisdom rain down skills. So guess what? It give you tact. It give you discretion. We need to pray for wisdom. How do I move? How do I go in this situation? How do I react to this situation? Don't lean to your own understanding. Don't get in your feelings. Get in your scriptures. Get in your Bible, right? Proverbs 24:3. I'm going a little fast because I'm pressed for time. We're almost done.
Proverbs chapter 24, verse 3. The wisdom is a house builded.
Through wisdom is a house builded. Read.
And by understanding, it is established.
So guess what? Through God's wisdom, that's how you build the house. Through understanding, it's established, meaning it's not going to fall. The Most High going to make sure it stand, right? We got Sirach 34:23. So wisdom going to build that house. Remember, both parties got to buy in. I didn't want to make this class that I wrote, it's not a marriage class. The second half of it is about leadership, which each one of us is. You know what I'm saying? How we conduct ourselves. So I wanted to get to that, but maybe next time I'll get to that portion, right? Read what you got.
Sirach 34, verse 23. When one buildeth and another pulleth down, what profit have they then but labor?
So wait a minute. One is trying to build the house, using wisdom with the other. Let's say this is not a boy king, right? He's a good king, but he got the loud and stubborn woman. right? The contentious woman, the one that won't encourage her husband, that won't comfort her husband, whose hands is bands, right? He got that. He want to make it work. He using the scriptures to build his house. He building himself up. He trying to build the house, but then the other party is tearing down. It say, what have they but work? Because it's a constant building. The house ain't never going to be finished. I put a brick up, she take one down. I put 2 bricks up, she take 2 down. I put 5 bricks up, she knock 10 down. It's just work. It's constant work, constant work. You see that? That's the contentious woman that's like a continual drop. That's annoying, right? Let's say on the flip side, you got the boy king with the virtuous wife. She trying to comfort this brother. You know what I'm saying? She try to strengthen his hands, and he kick her out the house because she left a sponge in the sink. Go over there to your mama house. You left it. You know I don't like sponges in the goddamn sink. You out of here. She like, my Lord, all right, I didn't know the sponge was in there. Maybe the cat knocked it in there. I don't know. But he kick her out the house because, hey, you need to know that I ain't no simp, king dingling around here. And she trying to use wisdom, try to strengthen this brother. But every time she put a brick up, he knocked 2 down. She put 5 bricks up, he knocked 10 down. The scriptures say that ain't nothing but work. That's nothing but work. The house ain't never going to be finished like that. Read that again.
Verse 23, and one buildeth and another pulleth down. What profit have they then but labor?
What they benefit but labor. Read on.
When one prayeth and another curses, whose voice will the Lord hear?
Right. One saying, Lord, Lord, build this marriage and build my rib. And she praying, Lord, smite this nigga. Destroy him. You know what I'm saying? Who is the Lord supposed to listen to? Right? Vice versa. She's, Lord, Lord, build my husband up, make him righteous and merciful. And he praying, Lord, destroy her, get her rid of her. It say, I shall escape from her. You know what I'm saying? Who the Lord's supposed to listen to? One trying to build, the other one not. So it take 2 parties. It take both parties to want to do this. Otherwise, you wasting your time. Don't get married. Or if you married already, it's too late. You ain't got no choice but to work on this car. You got to fix this one, right? Go to Malachi. Malachi 2 and 14. This is why I say you got to fix it. Because you think it's a light thing. You're like, it's just a light thing. You know, I just, you know, if I don't like it. Just like in the world, you know, we can annul this. You know, no big deal. I'll try it again with the next wife or something. You know, maybe I'll get it right next time. Right? Go to Malachi 2 and 14.
Malachi chapter 2 and verse 14.
Uh-huh.
Yet ye say, wherefore? Because the Lord hath been witness between thee and the wife of thy youth, against whom thou hast dealt treacherously, yet is she thy companion, and the wife of thy covenant.
Right. You deal treacherously with this woman, right? But she's still your companion. This is the wife of your covenant. Read.
And did not he make one, yet had the residue of the spirit, and wherefore one, that he might seek a godly seed? Therefore take heed to your spirit.
Take heed to your spirit. Take heed to your spirit. Be warned for your spirit's sake. Right? Read on.
And let none deal treacherously against the wife of his youth.
Don't deal treacherously with the wife of your youth, because you want another one. You're going to make her look crazy. Like, hey, look, she out the spirit, this, that, and the third. When you in the background, you poking. You just poking. And when she go off, got you on camera. Now I'm going to show leadership. She don't believe. You're dealing treacherously so you can get another one. Right? Read on.
For the Lord, the God of Israel, says that he hateth putting away.
He hate divorce. He don't like that. That's not the intention for it. Read on.
For one covereth violence with his garment.
You might be able to cover violence with your garment. A little scratch on your arm. You put long sleeves on. Right? Because y'all was wrestling and tussling. The Lord knows. He could see what's going on. Right? You got the scar on your neck or whatever. You put the turtleneck on. Or we ain't been, we good. The Lord see it. Right? So don't deal treacherously with your wife. Read.
Says the Lord of hosts.
Uh-huh.
Therefore take heed to your spirit, that ye deal not treacherously. Ye have
that we deal not treacherously one with another. And they go with the flip side too. The wife dealing treacherously with her husband. Right? So guess what? This man frustrated as hell because she won't 1 Corinthians 7 on him. She won't even, what he supposed to do? He walking around like Like I'm trying to, but she always mad. She got a bad attitude. She don't never, what I'm supposed to do. He frustrated. And then when something happens, like, aha, I told you. Don't deal treacherous like that because the Lord see it. We probably can't see, but the Lord see it. You know what I'm saying? Go to Matthew 19. We're almost done. This was not supposed to be a marriage class, man. I wrote so much more than marriage. But for some reason, that's what it turned out to be. It was not supposed to be a marriage class.
Verse 9.
3.
Matthew chapter 19 and verse 3. The Pharisees also came unto him, tempting him, and saying unto him, is it lawful for a man to put away his wife for every cause?
For every cause. Guess what? If I'm using every cause, that means I'm being treacherous with my wife. Like, she didn't put the dishes in the dish rack. I'm giving her a bill of divorce because I want another one, right? Oh, no, the bathtub is dirty. I want another one, right? So this is what they was doing. This is how they was dealing treacherous with the wife of their youth. Read.
And he answered and said unto them, have ye not read that he which made them at the beginning made them male and female? And said, for this cause shall a man leave father and mother, and shall cleave to his wife. And they twine shall be one flesh.
Twain mean two. So in the beginning, it was only two, man and woman, right? So they two shall be one flesh. Read.
Wherefore they are no more twain.
They are no more two. This is not a four marriage way thing. This is a two man woman marriage. Read.
But one flesh. But one flesh. What therefore God hath joined together, let no man put asunder.
He don't like divorce. He don't like the putting away, right? Read on.
They say unto him, why did Moses then command to give a writing of divorcement and to put her away?
He said, why did Moses say it was okay then? Read on.
And he said unto them, Moses, because of the hardness of your hearts, suffered unto put away your wives. But from the beginning, it was not so.
Because y'all was dealing wickedly the same way y'all was bringing the lame sacrifice. You would find loopholes in order to divorce your wife. But from the beginning, it was not like that. It was never supposed to be like that. Right? Read on.
And I say unto you, whosoever shall put away his wife, except be for fornication, and shall marry another, committeth adultery. And whoso marrieth her, which is put away, doeth commit adultery.
So if this ain't happened, guess what? Y'all got to work that stuff out, man. Y'all got to work that out. And the best way to do it is get counsel. You got senior sister, talk to senior sister. You got elder brother, don't be prideful and don't, because you think you got it all. You here, I don't think any one of y'all is here because, you know what I'm saying, you don't want to get the kingdom. Nobody is here because they don't want to make it. So put the pride away and ask the brother, hey, am I in the spirit for this? This was going on. How should I move with this? You know what I'm saying? You don't just got it. I know that's how we move in the world. We don't want nobody to tell us what to do. Don't want to give us no advice because that advice might go contrary to what I was thinking in my head. You know what I'm saying? But get counsel. Counsel before every action, all right? You mess around and get the wrong thing, all right? I'll end it there. I'll do my part two. I'll do my part two next time.
What is the nation?
Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation